Hello friends, what's up? Good morning. It is not the morning time, it is the afternoon time. I am just doing my hair to go out for a walk. Just gonna tie it up. It's so nice outside. 2 days ago here in Toronto it was snowing and now it's like 18 degrees, so I'm gonna take advantage of it and go for a walk. But I just need to quickly upload my dad's video and also upload a brand sponsorship, so I'm gonna do that now and then I'll fill you guys in. I'm not doing Rosa today, so I'm gonna go to Timmy's, grab some chai. I'm also gonna do my walk. I decided earlier in the day because later on when I work out after I open my fast, after I open my fast, it's just too hard for me to work out, for me to run, do my lifts, and then go out for a walk. So I rather do it in the daytime. So I'm gonna start today, and the weather's getting better, so might as well. Also, I find that in being in quarantine, ow, there's like a, you know when you get like a pimple, ow, it's hurting. Anyways, also I found that during quarantine, sorry guys, my ear is hurting. During quarantine, I don't leave the house much, so I wanna like get out and be outside and in the real world. Anyways, update on my parents. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I asked you guys questions because I had no idea what was going on. Basically, Canada has banned all flights from India and Pakistan. There's a variant in India that's apparently really bad, so they're stopping that from coming over here. And we had already booked my parents' flight before this ban even happened to come earlier because I could tell that it was getting worse. UZAIR and I were supposed to go to Pakistan, and our flight was on May 7th, and then slowly we're coming to realize that the situation is getting pretty bad and the COVID, like, it's just getting worse, especially over there. So we canceled our flights to Pakistan, and then I also made an emergency upgrade to my parents' flight for them to come earlier because they were supposed to come in at the end of May, and Sunday was the earliest flight they could give. And then literally 2 or 3 days later, Canada announced a ban on all flights from Pakistan and India. So that's where we were the last vlog. We didn't really get any more information. I stayed on hold for Etihad like 3 or 4 hours total, just trying to get any information. And then anytime I did get a sales rep or whatever, customer rep, they said they had no information and whatever, and the flight is not canceled. So basically what's gonna happen is I think my parents will get on their flight, go to Abu Dhabi, and I think in Abu Dhabi they're supposed to get a COVID test again before being able to get on their flight. So that means they'll be probably stuck in Abu Dhabi until like maybe 3 or 4 days, and then they'll be able to book another flight to come to Canada, and then Canada they have to quarantine here. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I know a lot of you guys were asking me on Instagram because a bunch of you guys are saying that your parents are also in Pakistan or India and don't know what to do. So as soon as my parents land, inshallah, tomorrow or like in a few days, whenever we figure out when they're gonna land, I'll give you guys updates. But for now, I'm gonna go get some chai from Timmy's and we will get started on our day. So I got a coffee instead of chai, which is fine. Oh, this house has like dragons and stuff in front of it. And now I'm gonna walk for an hour or so and then go back and edit a video because I haven't really got to explore my own area yet. So I'm just gonna walk around and see what I can find, and then hopefully starting tomorrow, there we go, I can wake up earlier. Ideally I'd like to go on these walks at like 8. I just kind of slept in today, so we'll see. My hunt for a sunscreen is still going. Okay, so I couldn't go back to Shoppers and get a new, because everybody says that I got the wrong La Roche-Posay sunscreen, but if you guys, like, Sana actually brought the right one in the same vlog. So I tried out this one today, Super Goop Broad Spectrum Sunscreen, and it's called Unseen Sunscreen. And this, I think, is what I like the best. You guys, it's like this really clear, I already used it on my face. It's really clear and it's almost like a gel. Do you guys remember I was kind of looking for a gel? It's not white, it's like a clearish type of liquid, and it's like, I put it on and it felt so good on my face. It was kind of mattifying and it almost felt like a pore filling primer. Like even when I'm touching my skin right now, it feels really good. So I think this is the one I'm going to continue to use. It looks like this. Really good. I'm gonna still try the La Roche-Posay one, but I tried it when Sana brought the right one and it was nice, but this one I loved it. I loved the texture of this and it wasn't tinted. So yeah, It is good. I'm now gonna do some makeup and like film and stuff. I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup, and then I want to show you guys how I do this like that hairstyle I had in like 2 vlogs ago, which it was the center part and it was like a nice sleek pony. I want to show you guys what I do for that, because it's like there's a little trick to it. So I'm gonna put on a little bit of makeup and then I'll be back. So I have an update with my parents. They just called me and they're still in Karachi. They're about to board their flight to Abu Dhabi, and they said that they were able to pay for a COVID test that they would get done in Abu Dhabi, and they have a 4-hour layover. So they're saying that they should get it in time if they're not like positive for COVID, which they aren't because they just took a test too, and they should be able to board the flight and come. So I'll keep you guys updated. It's gonna happen today because it's currently only 4 o'clock here. By 9 o'clock my time, I'll know what's going on, so I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna quickly show you guys the hairstyle. I'm going to be going and doing like a center part. I'm always so bad at my center parts, I don't know why. I was trying another hairstyle and I put glue in my hair. Not glue, oh my gosh. I put gel in my hair, but it's literally called Got to Be Glued, and it feels like glue in your hair, so. But we're gonna be using it for this hairstyle. So, first, you get this center part, okay? Then you grab some of your Got to Be Glued, and we're gonna put it right here, and we want the part to be like going this way, okay? Then what we're going to do is just comb it, just this part, whatever the comb grabs, because we're gonna do a half up first, but we want to make sure we keep the part because that's what the whole hairstyle is about. So go ahead and comb your hair back. Then what we're going to do is do a half part. So doesn't matter, it doesn't even have to be full half because half would be down here. Take it to like where your eyebrows are and take it back and tie it back there. And this is gonna help with the whole separation. It's gonna be messy at first, but here's your time to even like spray water and get it right. And then the back part here is gonna be in a ponytail anyway, so it's okay if the part eventually disappears halfway, but just like get it as smooth as possible. And then you want to tie it really tightly in the back. And then we'll figure out this part. But first, then I'm gonna grab more of my gel, and now we're gonna set this on the rest of the hair. Once you have the gel in, make sure you also put it on underneath the hair, because you want your baby hair to like kind of stick. You could do ponytail or you could do a bun, whatever you feel comfortable with. I think I like a ponytail, and even this top part is not tight enough for me, so I'm gonna redo this top part. Ow, it's gonna hurt a little bit, I'm not gonna even lie. And there you have it. Done. I think I want to change my lip color, so maybe we should do that. So I think I want to put on, I haven't put on a red lip in a long time, but I also haven't put on like a purple lip in a long time, and like a deep purple berry is like my absolute favorite. MAC High Drama. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Alkaline Liquid Liner, or no, lip liner, and just quickly line my lips with this. Now for the top, I love to kind of fill in my Cupid's bow area. Where's my, oh, here it is. So I go kind of like around my Cupid's bow, like how I normally would. Kind of pointy. Alright, cool. Line the rest of my lips. And then I like to kind of fill in the top part. And then I don't overline anywhere else. Just filling in the Cupid's bow a little bit helps. Then I'm just gonna fill it in like so. I like the MAC liquid lipsticks because they're very thin and they're not overly drying, whereas I actually feel like this one's expired. I've had it for more than a year for sure. I'm using it anyway, but I really like them. Oh, first of all, I wanted to show you, I finally put up these paintings. Look how beautiful they look. I'll tag the girl that I bought them from down below. Aren't they so beautiful? They're actually painted, so it's not like a print. It's legit painting, like one of a kind, I guess, because I asked for this to be custom made. That one and this one, you're able to like pick the size and everything that you want. My mom just called me. They landed in Abu Dhabi, and so they have a rapid COVID testing there. My mom and dad had, I guess when they were boarding the flight in Karachi, they paid for the test beforehand. So they landed, they got their test done, and now my mom says that their layover is 4 hours. So now my mom says when it's time to board, the airline will let them know if they're negative. If they're negative, they can board their normal flight. So we haven't had to change anything. Obviously, if they're positive for COVID, they then have to quarantine in Abu Dhabi. I'm really excited because that means I don't have to rebook the quarantine hotel or rebook their flight, which would have been a hassle. And I know my parents would have been like exhausted by the time they got back. My parents will then quarantine in the Canada hotel for 3 days. And then I gotta clean my house, like full clean my house, because then they're gonna be quarantining at my house. I'll go live at home in Mississauga, and this way, instead of quarantining in like a whole room, they have a whole house to themselves, and they're not like confined to one room, and they won't go crazy. I'll just make sure to get all the groceries and everything that they'll need, and then for the rest of the 10-11 days that they need to quarantine, they'll do it at my house very comfortably with cheddar probably, and it'll be good. So I'm really excited to hear that because I was stressed out a little bit. I just knew it would be such a hassle. You know, when you're traveling, you're already tired, but then if you don't know that you're gonna reach the destination you need to get to, it's even more stressful. So I'm very happy to hear this. So now in another 3 hours, I should know if they get on to the flight to Canada. If they do, we are set. We're gonna be so good. So it's the next day. I'm getting ready to have some food, and I just wanted to update you guys and finish off this vlog with just the updates for my parents. They have thankfully now reached Canada. I'm just gonna quickly tell you guys the information that you might need if you're like, if you have someone that's stuck in Pakistan and India and they need to come back. So I think last I left off is that they're gonna board their flight, go to Abu Dhabi, and then see from there. They had to prepay for the COVID test that would happen in Abu Dhabi in Karachi. They landed in Canada just like a few hours ago, and now they're in the quarantine hotel. But when you land in Canada, you have to do another test. That's a total of 3 COVID tests in the last 3 days that they've done. So they landed, did another COVID test. The COVID test here in Canada, you don't have to pay for. I think they were telling people it was $200, but when my parents landed, they actually didn't have to pay for it. And then you also have to download all these apps, you guys. There's this, like, if you go to the Canada website, I don't know if anyone cares, but if you go to the Government Canada website, there's a checklist for things you need to do before you enter Canada. They did that, and then they got a separate to-go kit that they're gonna do. So they're gonna come quarantine at my house, and then the airport people gave them another kit that is an at-home test, which they have to complete on the 8th day of quarantine and send that in. And then after 14 days of quarantine, if they're like still negative for COVID, they can finally, like, you know, go home and see the family or whatever. So I thought I'd update you guys that. But my mom was saying that it seems like the airport people are a little flustered over everything, so they might shut down flights. My parents took Etihad, so my mom was saying that they might shut down flights too, and I know other countries are turning down flights from India, especially because the cases there and the variant there is really bad, but Pakistan also. So yeah, I got some pasta here, the chapli kebab that I made. I basically just made a sauce with it, and now I'm gonna eat this, and that's it.